Hey guys, this is Ashwin here. In this video, we are going to solve the problem queries with fixed length. Consider an n integer sequence A0 to a n minus 1. We perform a query on A by using an integer d to calculate the result of the following expression. Minimum of maximum of all A of j. In other words, if we let mi equals max of ai plus 1 up to ai d minus 1, then you need to calculate minimum of m0, m1, mn minus d. Given A and Q queries, each query consists of an integer d. Print the result of each query on a new line. So in this problem, we need to find the maximum in a particular range. If we say d is 1 means we need to consider only one element and move on to the next element. If d is 2 means we need to consider these two elements, and after that we need to consider these two elements. Like that, the sequence goes on. After finding the maximum of all the ranges, we need to find the minimum and return it as a result. So that's the simple logic of this problem. I will explain this logic in detail while we write the code. Let's see the constraints. Here n can go up to 10 to the power of 5, ai can go up to 10 to the power of 6, q can go up to 100, and d can go up to n. So the number of elements in the array can go up to 10 to the power of 5. So we can go for a brute force approach because combined with 10 to the power of 5, we are adding around 100 queries. So it will definitely exceed the time limit if we go for brute force approach. For each iteration, we'll be finding the maximum in the range, and finally we will find the minimum. That is the brute force approach, but the brute force approach won't be working here. We are going for a linear approach. I'll show it later. Let's see some example. Here we have 5 elements and 5 queries. These are the elements in the array. For the first query, we have the element 1. Let's see a detailed explanation here. So here for d equals 1, we need to find the max of a0, a1, a2. So these are all some single elements. After that, we need to find the minimum, that is 11. So for d equals 2, we need to consider the first two elements, a of 0, a of 1. And after that, we need to just move the window. You can consider this as a sliding window. So if you move the window means a1, a2. After that, a2, a3. Similarly for 3, we need to consider 3 elements and move the window by one element. Like this, we need to do the operations for all the queries. Okay, this is a second example. Here, for each of the queries, the answer is the same because the array elements is in the ascending order. For the explanation, the prefix has the least maximum value among the consecutive sequences of the same size. That's why we are having the same result as in the array elements. Let's solve the problem now. In this problem, I won't be using the queue data structure, but I'm going to use the concept of queue. Let's create a variable result equals an empty list to store results of each query. After that, we will process each query. For d in queries, so d is the value we have given. Now we need to create two variables. First one is maxnum equals max of array of d. So it will get the maximum of the first d elements. After that, minnum equals maxnum. Remember, from these maximum elements, we are going to find the minimum of all the elements. That's why I'm initializing with the same value. Okay, now for the main logic, for I in range of d, comma, length of array. So it will start from d because we already processed up to d and goes till the end of the list. So here we need to check for each condition. The first one is if element goes out of window. That means if the maximum element we have stored is going out of the window. That means we are removing that element. Means if array of I equals max num, we need to find the new max num. Here, let's say a of 0 to a of 1, we have found the max number, that is a of 0. When we consider a of 1 and 2, we need to remove this a of 0. If a of 0 is equal to the maximum number, means we need to find the new maximum of this particular range. So max num equals max of array of I minus d plus 1 colon d plus 1. For this example, I minus d is a of 0. That's why we are adding plus 1 to start from this range and end with a of 2. That is this range. So if element goes out of the window, means we will find the new maximum. If the element is not maximum, means in the elif array of I is greater than max num, means we will update max num. Max num equals array of I. This will happen if the new element is greater than the maximum element. So we will update the maximum element. So this command will be new element is greater than max num. So these are the general logic. Finally, we need to update the overall minimum. As you can see, as you can see in the example, we are finding maximum of each range. So if we find this range, we will compare with the minimum value. So if max num less than min num, means update min num. Min num equals max num. So this will be update overall minimum. So for each iteration, we are finding the maximum of this particular range. And after that, we are comparing with the minimum element. If it's less than minimum, means we will update the minimum element. After that, we will update the minimum to the result. Result dot append min num. So for this particular query, we are updating the minimum. Finally, we will return the result. Return result. Okay, I made a mistake here. This is I minus d because the element that goes out of the window is I minus d. That is the particular range. And here also, this is I plus 1. So I plus 1 will include the current element also to find the maximum. So that is the overall logic of this problem. First, we are initializing the empty result, and after that we are processing each queries. For max num, we are storing the maximum of the first range, and after that we are storing the same value as min num because we need to find the overall minimum. In the main logic, if the element goes out of the window and that element is equal to max num, means we need to find the new maximum element. And in the second condition, if the new element is greater than the max num, means we will update the max num. And in a separate condition, we will update the overall minimum. If the max num is less than the minimum element, means we will update the minimum element, that is min num. Finally, for this particular query, we will update the result into the result variable. After the whole problem completes, we will return the result. If you have any other logic other than this, please leave a comment below. It will be very useful for everyone. Let's run the code now. It passed the sample test case. Let's submit it. That's it, guys. We solved the problem. If this video is helpful to you, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe the channel for future videos. Stay tuned for the next problem.